So today I wanted to share some thoughts on the Violet Voss Ride or Die palette. This guy retails for a whopping $75 and comes with 42 different eyeshadow shades with a mix of finishes, everything from matte, satin, shimmer, and metallic finishes, and a couple of duochrome shades as well. It comes with a majority of warm tone shades while also including some cool tones. It does contain quite a few neutrals as well. This palette is pricey, but it does perform nicely. I wouldn't say they're my favorite formula ever. While I would say it is nice to have all of these different shades in one convenient palette, I do have to say that the shades are absolutely dupable in my mind, with the exception of a few unique shades, including those like duochrome ones. With that in mind, let me go ahead and show you some swatches. Starting with this first row, these are all single swipe. This one here is Michelle, which is like a matte white, Fiona, which is a silvery white with shimmer, Jasmine, which is more of a metallic-y silver slate. This one is a deeper charcoal type shimmer shade called Jamie. Natalie is a dark black base with some silver sparkles in it, and then Carly is a matte black. Okay, so this first one is called April. It's a cream matte shade. This one is Alex, and it's this gorgeous taupey champagne with a sheen. This one is Ariel. It's more brown, a ruddy brown color. Skylar is a matte brown. Maria is a purpley gray. And then this last one is Rachel, which is a beautiful bronze. Okay, so this first one is Destiny. It's one of the more metallic shades with a champagne. Kelly is one of my favorites. It's a pink undertoned medium brown shade. This one is Nicole, and it's more of that satiny matte, and it's a beautiful transition color. This one is Monica, and it has more of that foiled finish as well. And this one is Josie. It's a little bit, it's sort of like this reddish brown. And then this last one is Courtney, which those two shades look quite similar when swatched. So this is Josie, and this one is Courtney. Again here, I would say Josie's a little more brown and Courtney's a little more reddish. This is my favorite column of the palette. It's the yellow toned one. Not only because Jessica is one of the names in this one, but because it's pretty unique and harder to dupe, I would say, in other palettes. So this first shade is Ella, and it's a beautiful bright light pastel-y yellow. Paula is a gorgeous duochrome. It's a dirty yellow. Jane is a canary yellow. Jessica is more of a true gold, true yellow gold. Nancy is more of an orange based gold, and then Delilah is a little bit deeper, more of a bronzy gold, whereas Nancy has more of a reddish tone to it. This part of the palette is just absolutely stunning. I'm actually going to swatch the next one next to it because I think they look so pretty together. This next aisle is a lot of pinkier tones, and this is one of my favorite ones in the palette. This one is Anne. It has a blue flash to it while having more of a pink undertone. Let me swatch all the other ones. This one, Anne, like I said, is a pink with a blue flash. This one is Emma, which has another slight duochrome. It's like a rose gold. And then this one, Allison, is like a brighter, more corally tone. This one is Madeline, which is more of an orange, and then Stephanie is a foiled copper shade, and then Ashley, which is a matte copper shade, I would say. Okay, so these are the last two columns. So Erica up here is a matte peachy shade. Abigail, which is another gorgeous transition shade. It's a warmer orange undertoned medium brown. And then we've got Caitlin, which is this another matte orange. And then we have Alice, which is a little bit more yellowy orange. And then Riley, which is this bright true orange. I've got Riley in the crease here. And then Sarah, which is a beautiful burgundy. Okay, and this is where my swatches got deformed. Leslie right here is a beautiful cream. Isabella, which is a light pinky metallic. Then Holly, which is a shimmery reddish copper. Scarlet, which is that true orange based copper. And then, but more red than that Stephanie was. Andrea, which is more of a pinky shade. Pinky wine shade, and then Amy, which is like that matte burgundy. So I think that these shadows have pretty good longevity on the eyes. They stay put for the full 8 hours of wear on my eyes. I wouldn't say they're the easiest to use. I don't think that the quality is up there with some of my favorites like Busy Art, or for the metallic ones, something like Natasha Denona would be preferable to me. However, these are really nice, and if you don't have these colors, then I would say it is a great palette, but I would definitely recommend using a coupon code. I know Trendmood has a coupon code with Violet Voss and all of that. The packaging itself is pretty sturdy. It's like a hard cardboard, and it comes with a large mirror. This is what the packaging looks like. It's a leopard print with sort of this rainbow reflection through it. I'm not usually a big fan of leopard print, but I thought this packaging was pretty cute actually. And it is bigger than their other palettes. So for example, this is the size of the Drenched Metal palette. If you do have the Holy Grail palette, there are quite a few sort of repeats in colors. So let me hold them up side by side. And also if you have the Laura Lee, I didn't get the Laura Lee because I felt like there were a lot of similar shades. So like it's got Amy, and do you see how a lot of this palette looks very similar? This almost seems like an extended version with some cool toned options thrown in there. So overall, I do enjoy using this palette, and I'm glad that I have it. However, it's not a must-have in my book. I don't think it's really worth spending $75. If you can get a discount on it, then maybe it would be a good addition. I figured I would show you comparisons to some other popular palettes. So for instance, this is my Colored Rain Queen of Hearts eyeshadow palette. There are some similar overlapping shades, including Empress, Ladyship, Duchess. A lot of those warm orange and plum and wine shades have similar sort of dupes to them. This one, I would say, the Colored Rain that is, I would say is a preferred formula in my book. However, for the money, you are getting a lot more options with this palette over here. Another palette that I thought I would compare it to is the Morphe 12 pan palette. This one is the 12S. And let me show you the shade comparison. A lot of these shades are also very similar, so if you're attracted to those certain colors, you may consider a palette like this because it's quite a bit cheaper and I think performs pretty well as well. Depending on what colors in this palette you are most attracted to and are looking for, you may find some dupes in e.l.f. prismatic eyeshadows as well. Let me show you the two palettes I have. These retail for like $10 a piece. and they have these types of colors. These are more foiled. They have great pigmentation, and so I do recommend these. Another palette that you may find some dupes if you're looking for more of these cooler tone shades would be the Lorac Pro palette number 2, the gray one. That one has some cool toned. However, I don't really love that palette. That's why I'm not showing it to you. But a lot of people love the formula of that. And it reminds me a lot of this guy. And then another palette I thought I might show you, even though it does have like this purple, is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. A lot of the Too Faced palettes have a lot of these more neutral shades. So even not just this one, but like the Naturally Pretty, they have a lot of similar shades depending on what you're looking for. And then if you're looking at those really gorgeous wine colored shades, you may consider also the very popular Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. So you can see a lot of those overlaps. For some of the more duochrome type shades, you might have some good luck with Makeup Geek single eyeshadows, but that pretty much concludes my thoughts on this palette. If you have any specific questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll definitely try and adjust them. But for me, this palette is something that I do enjoy having. However, looking back, I probably wouldn't purchase it because I think that for the price, the quality isn't like spectacular. It's good and I can create good looks, but there have been looks that I've created that I didn't like and kind of the colors muddied up, and I don't know, it's just not as creamy of a texture as I would like. They swatch beautifully, they do have pigment, but with brushes I think they muddy together a little bit. But that's just my personal preference as far as formula goes. It reminds me a lot of like the Lorac formula. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this review and it was somehow helpful or entertaining to you. If you haven't yet done so, go ahead and subscribe to join my Cake Face family and press that bell next to the subscribe button to get all notifications from this channel. And also thumbs up this video if you did enjoy it, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. I hope you have a really wonderful rest of the day, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, loves.